Golly, third time's the charm. Third time was never the charm. That's not even a saying.
Yeah.
All right, congratulate me. I started investing in my 401k.
Dude, that's awesome. Not to knock you down at all, but I actually just hit what I need for retirement, so I'm probably going to stop my 401k.
How were you able to pull that off? Aren't you like 27?
Let me tell you more about it in this video.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.
Welcome back to the Two Bros in a Budget YouTube channel, your favorite source for financial information. I'm your bro Taylor.
And I'm your bro Ryan.
And today we're actually going to be talking about how we were both able to hit our Coast Fire numbers by 25.
And if you've never heard of Coast Fire or the FIRE movement in general, you're in for a treat. So we actually have a video coming out on all the different types of fire and explaining them in detail very soon. So stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, hit the notification bell so you find out when that video comes out. But in this video, we're specifically talking about how we hit Coast Fire and what exactly Coast Fire is. So starting out with a basic fire. Basic FIRE just stands for Financial Independence and Retire Early. It is a financial movement of people that don't want to work till they're 65 and they just want to go ahead and retire as soon as they possibly can. And what do they need to do that? But Coast Fire is a little bit different. And what Coast Fire is basically where you're going to calculate what you need now. So what you need to save at the age of 25 or 30 or 35 to then let compound interest just coast you all the way to retirement at 65.
Now, we do want to set expectations. You are still going to have to work. This is essentially just putting your retirement investments on autopilot, so you're not having to make additional contributions if you so choose. But you are still going to have to work towards the normal retirement. That's why it's different than the normal FIRE movement. So basically, for the normal FIRE method, you need to save, say, $1 million by the age of 35, and at that point you could retire. Versus the Coast FIRE method, you just need to save up to, say, $100,000 by a certain age, and that will grow using compound interest to be over $1 million by 65.
All right, so now you kind of understand what FIRE is versus Coast Fire. Let's go into a little bit of the math of how to calculate your Coast Fire number, and then we'll go into some real world examples. So there's a universal rule in the finance space when it comes to retirement called the 4% rule. And basically all that says is as long as you withdraw 4% of your retirement account per year, your retirement savings should last you 30 years. So there's 3 steps to figuring out what your Coast Fire number is. Step 1 is to calculate your retirement goal. How much do you need in the end when you do go to finally retire? So for that number, all you're going to do is take what you spend annually, your expenses, and multiply it by 25. So if you typically spend $40,000 a year, or you would like to spend $40,000 a year, then multiply that by 25, and you're sitting at $1 million needed. Now step 2, you're going to need to determine how many years you have until retirement. Basically, just take 65 and subtract your age. Step 3, you are going to use a reverse compound interest formula. And basically what we're going to do here is it's going to be your Coast Fire number equals your retirement goal we calculated from step 1 divided by 1.07 to the power of the number of years you have until retirement. So if you're 25, you have 40 years. And where that 1.07 number comes from, it is what the S&P has returned, accounting for inflation in the last 30 years.
So now that we know how to calculate our Coast Fire number, let's run through a few quick examples on what those numbers are at different ages. So let's say you want to hit your Coast Fire number by 25, and you have a goal of $1 million in retirement. So you'll have 40 years, and your magic Coast Fire number is $66,780. So essentially, you need to save $67,000 by 25, and then you're done forever for your retirement savings, if you so choose.
The best part is, just like Taylor said, you're done. You don't have to put another dollar, not another penny into retirement. You're like, oh, but I need to keep putting in my 401k. No, zero. You get to 67,000 by 25. There's nothing else you need to do to retirement, and you will hit $1 million. Like, that's the cool part about Coast Fire. It's like, to me, really reassuring that all you need to do is hit $67,000 by 25, and then you're done. Then you can retire with $1 million. And you don't have to worry about it. It's like so reassuring and stress relieving, I should say.
All right, and just running through a couple more quick examples. If you wanted to hit your Coast Fire number by 35, your magic number is $131,368. And by 40, your number is $184,250.
So yeah, if you're like, I'm 24, so I have 1 year till 25, there's no way I can save $67,000. We get it. Some people start earlier, some people start later. I get it. Start as early as possible because as you can see, it's a little bit easier. The numbers are a little bit lower. But if you don't start early enough, you still have a little bit of time we're showing because then you're 40 and you need more money, sure, but you do have a lot more time to recoup that money and probably a lot more time in your career. You're getting raises, you're getting bonuses versus when you're 18 to 25, you're not really getting as much money. You're saving birthday money. You're not saving big job money. So could be much easier at that point after you get that big boy and girl job to go and put a lot of money towards it. So we get it. But we wanted to show over time how it gets more money is needed, but at the same time, it's not crazy.
No,
like it's totally doable for a lot of people, and that's the really cool part about Coast Fire. And just like the title said, guys, we did hit our fire number at the age of 25, which we are super happy about. And when we were looking into retiring early and we found this concept of Coast Fire, we knew we had to share it because we're like, it took a lot of stress off us. We're like, all I know is I got to go as early as I can. Now this is saying we've done it. We've hit what we need to hit retirement age because like we said earlier, at 25, you need $67,000 saved to be a millionaire in retirement. If that's our goal, we've hit it. We're done.
Yeah.
We can not put another penny in towards retirement and just do whatever we want the rest of the time, work up until retirement and retire a millionaire. So super relieving, and we just wanted to share it with you guys.
Now, of course, if you've watched this channel, you probably know that we're not stopping investing in our retirement. We have ambitious goals. We're going to keep investing. A 401k, if your company offers a match, that's free money. Turning down free money just isn't something that we're interested in. So, of course, we're still going into it. But how did we actually hit that magic $67,000 number by 25? Well, we implemented a few strategies. And starting off with strategy 1 was simply saving a lot in our early 20s. We were saving on average about 30 to 40% of our income from the ages of about 21 to 25. And I know that sounds crazy, but we're considering our 401k contributions, our IRA contributions, our actual savings accounts. And when you add all those up, it's actually not too crazy. Now, of course, there are certain things you should practice in order to be able to save this much. We had roommates. We drive old cars. We were cooking at home a lot, not going out a lot. So it is about the lifestyle you choose that enables us to save this much money. And none of those things made us miserable by any means. Driving an old car is not a big deal. Having a roommate, not a big deal. We're young. We can do that kind of stuff. So it's very intentional, not miserable.
So let's show the math on exactly how we did this with this savings rate. Again, we are very intentional, not only in our savings, but also our majors and going to college. And we both went for engineering. And lucky for us, we came out of school making a very good starting salary. So our starting salary was roughly $65,000. After 3 years of a savings rate of 30% or more, plus the 401k match alone, we're sitting at about $68,250 in our retirement accounts. And with that $68,000 invested at a 7% return, we are sitting at $75,000 in our retirement accounts at the age of 25. So that's realistically how we did it. I'm not going to say we weren't fortunate in terms of having such a good starting salary and having a company with a good 401k match.
Yeah.
But we did see the opportunity in those things and we took advantage of those. And that's how we were able to hunker down and really save on top of take advantage of that free money, like Taylor said, and hit that $75,000 by 25, which I know it's a big thing, but we are happy to say we did hit that.
Now, as far as what those savings was actually composed of, we were maxing out our Roth IRAs, which the annual contribution limit as of right now is $7,000. So after a 3-year term, that's about $21,000 invested. And like Ryan said, we were getting a 401k match. So that's free money right off the bat. And say you're only at like a $50,000 salary, 5%, that's $2,500 right there. That's free, essentially. So it may seem unreasonable when we throw out these big numbers of, oh, you need to have this by 25. But you factor in all the things that can go into it, it's not unreasonable.
So let's talk about who Coast Fire is right for and who it's not right for. People in their 20s and early 30s that have time as their biggest advantage. They have so much time to let compound interest do its thing. Also people with a decent income. Because again, you're going to need to save 30+% to try and hit that number by a certain age in order to give compound interest that starting place to run the rest of the way to the $1 million or $2 million, whatever your goal is. People that don't necessarily hate their job, that are comfortable where they work, and they're cool with a normal retirement age of 60 to 65, and they're just willing to coast out. Coast Fire is also great for people that are stressed about retirement, but don't want to live extremely frugally forever, or what feels like forever, just so they can quote unquote retire early.
Now, of course, on the flip side, Coast Fire is not really for those who do want to retire early. That would be the normal FIRE method. Those that don't have a really consistent income, because it's really important to have that stability to be able to save like we've been talking about. And of course, if you hate your job or hate working, you probably don't want to work till retirement like this requires, so this might not be for you. All right, super quick recap. Save a lot early and let it coast. And of course, as always, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them down in the comments. We love hearing from you guys. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.
All right, so super quick recap. Recap it.